get you connected to your community. We're your local station to keep you informed. Welcome to Energy 95.3's Community Connection.
Hi, it's Robin from Energy, and I'm hanging out in the home office studios today. And I'm talking with Sheila McClure, who is also clearly in your office today. It's very nice. It's a beautiful office. And Sheila is she's with the Empty Space. She, in her regular job, she does, teaching, but at the Empty Space, she's actually behind a show that's been running called The Light in the Piazza.
Yeah. So I get to teach theater during the day, and then the Empty Space has let me do theater at night.
So you're a theater teacher.
That's all this fabulous behind me.
That's beautiful. And so, this is the last weekend for The Light in the Piazza, right?
Yes, this is our closing weekend. We have Friday and Saturday.
It's been a fun show for you, hasn't it?
It's been a dream show. I've wanted to do it since we saw it in New York in 2005.
From what I've seen of the show, it's beautiful. It's a period piece. I guess we can call it a period piece, but it's just it's the perfect kind of costume design and set design and music. Everything flows together. It's really pretty.
Yeah, beautiful is the word that people keep using. It's so beautiful. And it's the word I used when I saw it at the Lincoln Center too. It's just beautiful.
Yeah.
Feels a little old school compared to a lot of the newer musicals, which I also love. They're fun. I love them too. But yeah, it is a period piece. It's set in 1953. And two Americans are on vacation in Florence, Italy, and the things that happen.
And I think that at first when you hear the word piazza, people might be taken aback, what is a piazza exactly? Or who is Mike Piazza? But yeah, everything that you can read about the show, and you can go read about the show too, by the way, online at esonline.org. And go check out the Empty Space website because they have a lot of stuff on there. But I want to talk about the costume pieces because I know that since it is a period piece, and like I said, the costumes are beautiful. What kind of work went into recreating the costumes for that show?
So our costumer, Roger Upton, first of all, is just brilliant. He's amazing, incredible. Some people know him he has done the float for Santa Claus in the local Christmas parade, and he does a lot of the windows at Timeless Furnishing.
Aww.
Yeah, he's just amazing.
He's busy.
And he's got a little experience, about 50 years or so. But he was the first person I reached out to. I said, Roger, this is 1953, Italy, and these people they got money, so they're fashion forward. And he was like, he just went nuts. So lots of research, films from the time period. There is actually a film of this story. Light in the Piazza was made in 1960. And just, looking at couture of the time, looking at magazines and movies and movie stars, making sure it doesn't look like Happy Days because
nobody wants the fawns popping up in their play. No,
not in Italy. It's not Italian. But yeah, he's brilliant, and he went all out, and I absolutely adore him. But it is so fun to listen to people talk about the costumes after the show because they're like, every time they walk out, it's another, look at the costumes.
Exactly. It's like watching Downton Abbey where you see well, I don't even care about the plot. I want to know more about those gloves.
It's amazing. And he goes on with details and, little things. He was very picky about wigs and hairstyles and he's just fabulous.
Those details right there, right?
Yeah. Yes.
Those absolute details. Now, were there any songs from the show that you were you're partial to?
Okay, that's hard because there are different songs for different reasons.
That means you are a true musical theater nerd.
I am. But the title song, The Light in the Piazza, is so gorgeous and so beautiful. And Tessa, who plays Clara, sings it just it's amazing and incredible. And it's powerful. I'm a mommy.
Yeah.
And it is this daughter singing this song that basically, I'm sorry, that's school.
Yeah, school. Get to class.
It's lunch. But it's her singing literally who she is. She's
Yeah.
explaining to her mother. And Clara, as her mother says, is not as she seems. And you have to see the show to kind of find out why Clara is pretty special. But
Would
it's
you
her
say?
mom finding that out for the first time. So the song is just, oh,
Do you think this would be a good show for mothers and daughters to go check out together?
oh my gosh, so much. Well, anybody I think is going to find something in the show. There are young couples. They in the research of the show, they talk about the different seasons of love: the summer, the spring, the fall, the winter, and you have that represented in all these couples. So and it's funny. People see it and they're like, "Oh, I heard it's opera," or "Oh, what?" Like you said, what's a
Yeah.
but it's really funny. Everybody's like, I had no idea. But I mean, there are a couple of us mommies who worked on the show. Our lead is a mommy. We've got a couple other mommies in the show. And we've all had that moment where we're like, oh, it's about my baby right here. So it does have some of that in there.
Well, is there any way that you guys managed to put some sort of modern, like, little twist inside of the show to, like, because I know it's the 50s and, we were talking about the Fonz, but that's not current either, huh? But was there any way you guys switched it up just a twinge to...
The coolest part is it's such a well-written show. I mean, I think it was nominated for I don't even remember, 10, 12, 13 Tony Awards, and it won 6.
Oh, wow.
So beautifully written. I'm so sorry. This never happens.
It's because I know you're talking.
Right.
It's like when my dad calls me when I'm eating. He's like, he knows. He knows.
No. Yes, guys. It's a hall suite.
Yeah, it's all good. It's all good.
But it's so beautifully written that you don't have to.
Yeah.
There are human stories. The audience gets it. They see it and they feel it and they experience it. They laugh. Mom has a moment where she's kind of really shaken and it's hilarious. And they're human. And that's what, it's just such a well done piece.
I think that this would be a good show to introduce somebody to theater too. And so for anybody who has never actually gone and checked out local theater, what do you think they can experience? What do you think they're going to be feeling when they see this?
Well, first of all, one, it's just a well-crafted show and the cast is amazing, and that helps. And Roger's costumes are gorgeous. And Adele did the set. It's incredible. But I love when people go to theater because especially people that have never been, because they're always surprised at how much they like it.
Yeah.
I don't know, I'm not into that. And then they go and they're like, oh, it was really good. And there are studies that they've done, I think it was in the UK, where they literally traced heart rates of audience members at a live production. And they find that the heart rates accelerate and decelerate at the same pace and they start to align because it's a communal experience. You're in the room when that happens. You're there for the sweetness of the romance and for the comedy and for the wife who's mad at her husband because you're there for all of it. And they're a human in the room. And that's how we're built. We're wired to respond to that. So I think people are always surprised at how much it affects them. Even
they're going to become fans.
I think
basically.
So.
Yeah.
I think
so is this the first show of the season?
Yes.
So what can people expect from the remainder of the season? Do you have any insight on that? Can you tell? I know Christina will kill me, but can you give any hints?
Well, it's all posted, which is nice. It's on their website, but I did make sure and go through because I know my fabulous stage manager is currently directing Puffs, which comes up next, which is like a comedic sort of spin, sort of, on a wizarding school that some people might have heard of from some movies.
Henry Pottery.
Yes, that's it. I'm sure that's it.
That's it.
We've got Titus Andronicus is coming out. I'm a Shakespeare fan. I'm a theater person. But if you like the blood and gore and stuff, man, Titus is your movie.
Yeah.
It is it's revenge. It's violent revenge is what it is.
That's classic Shakespeare for sure.
Yeah, they've got, let's see. Okay, I'm trying to go fast. Dogfight, which is musicals. If you're a musical fan and you like Dear Evan Hansen, Paul and Pasek, who wrote the music for that, also wrote the music for this. If you liked La La Land, the movie, they wrote music for that. They wrote the music for Dogfight. The Play That Goes Wrong, which is hilarious. Hilarious. It is so funny because it's a group putting on a play, except that it keeps things go wrong. I can't. You have to see it. Like my son fell out of his chair.
I enjoy that. I enjoy things going awry in a fun way.
My husband and I were crying, laughing. My 11-year-old at the time was crying and laughing. It's hilarious.
Well, back to the light in the Piazza, though. So 2 more nights. It's tonight and tomorrow night, right?
Yes, only 2 more chances, you guys. You want to go?
So what time does it start?
8 o'clock. Doors open at 7:30. Empty space is a tiny, nice, comfy, intimate space. So if you show up late, you're not going to get in. The doors are closed.
Yeah. And if you can't find it, it's right next to Pizzaville on Oak Street. But inside the theater, there's also the gallery. So you can go check out Victoria Olmos's art beforehand, right?
And it's gorgeous. Some of it's already sold. I'm really sad. One of the pieces I wanted is gone. But
you just have to ask her to make another one.
That's what I said. I'm just going to make one. Victoria,
but tonight at 8 o'clock, the light in the Piazza. This is the kickoff to the season of the Empty Space. And if people wanted to get more info, what can they do?
Check them out. They're on social media all over. You can find them in the Empty Space. But they're also at esonline.org. And they've got the whole season is there. They're doing Heathers. They're doing SpongeBob. They're doing Lost Girl. I can't even remember all the shows. I may have gotten them all. I don't remember.
And that's just the stuff that's scheduled right now.
Yeah, that's just this year. So we're excited. Theater's back.
Yay! Sheila McClure. You are a delightful person. I know you're busy at work. So thank you for taking the time to talk to us. And tonight, go check out the light in the Piazza at the Empty Space.
Thanks for supporting local theater. We appreciate it. Oh my God.
That's our red light. We gotta go.